Good afternoon, class. We're in our social studies books today. Now remember, you can do your social studies a couple of ways. You can just look on my book to do your social studies, or you can look up your social studies book online. You have to go to Clever and click on TCI, and then we're in Chapter 4. We're done with all the introduction chapters. Chapter 1 talking about how we're going to study social studies, and Chapter 2 talking about all the regions of our country, and Chapter 3 talking about all the people of our country. Now we're actually going to start studying the regions. Remember, we divided our country up into 5 different regions, and each of these 5 regions now are going to have 2 chapters dedicated to it. So the first region that we're going to start with is the Northeast. Okay? That's where all the people that came to the United States came to first, or at least the ones the Europeans came to. They settled up in the Northeast. We're going to have a train tour. Why? Because trains were very important in the Northeast, especially about the time of the Civil War. One of the reasons that the North won the Civil War was because of their trains. And so we're going to have a train tour of the Northeast. What are different parts of the Northeast like? Here's our introduction to the chapter. Welcome to our train tour of the historic Northeast. My name is Miss Mariner, and I'll be your guide. During this tour, we will visit many states of the Northeast. Have you been to this region of the United States before? This is one region of the United States that I've never been to. I've never been to anywhere except for New York, just for one little stay to see some amazing schools in New York, but I never really got to tour anything. When I was not leading tours, I work in my town's local history center. I like to teach and learn about the early American colonies, the American Revolution, and the founding of the United States. You will learn a lot more from me about the past as we go. Our tour will take you to many different places with historical landmarks. Each place has a story to tell about the Northeast and its people. Famous events occurred in some of these places. As we visit these places, I want you to look for answers to these 3 questions. Number 1, why do we call the Northeast the birthplace of our nation? And I kind of already hinted at that. That's because of where the settlers came. Why did our nation's first factory start here? And number 3, what large cities are found in the Northeast? And I already told you one of those, New York. You'll hear and see clues to answer these questions as we travel. Watch your step as you climb aboard the train. Our first stop of our journey through the Northeast will be in the beautiful state of Maine. Okay, great introduction. Keep those 3 questions in mind. Here are some of our vocabulary. American Revolution. That's when we had fought against the war against Great Britain. Great Britain, we're going to hear, owned our country, and yet they weren't really nice to us. They made us pay lots and lots and lots of high taxes. We're said we're enough done with this. We want to have our own country. So of course Great Britain didn't want to lose money, so there was a big war. A canal, Declaration of Independence, a lock, that has to do with how you get boats up and down a river, mass production, peak, skyscraper, and the United States Constitution. All right, stay tuned for our second video, and I'm going to help you guys work on your assignment for today.